Shalom to the Royal Priesthood. It's your boy Gangsta Brew Katie, A to the Fizzo. And I know my voice sounds a little low right now, but I just want to come out with this rebuke video of this stress ridden for no reason paganistic ritual that puts people in a trance that they have to please other people. Basically, a people pleasing paganistic ritual, as many call Christmas, which the real ones know it was started off a lie. This classic lie that Yahushua was born on December 25th. But before I get further into that, y'all know the deal, fam. Y'all know I have to give all my praise to the magnificent Adawan. And for those that don't know what Adawan is or what Adawan means, that's father in Paleo Hebrew. Gotta give all my praise to the Adawan, magnificent Adawan, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kadash. I must do that because of this wisdom that has been given to us pretty much, free of charge, that he wanted all of his children to have. So I have to be thankful for the knowledge that is around me that Yahweh has allowed me to tap into and use. Pretty much all of us in that regard. So that we could continue to, spread knowledge. And yes, spreading knowledge is spreading love amongst our people. That is, being neighborly to one another. Just to let people know, I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that with this knowledge that is being available to me and many others, that I'm able to spread love amongst my people through knowledge. I have to send this prayer out to the royal babies out there who don't have this knowledge, but will like to seek this knowledge and searching for it. I pray for the fact that the royal babies that are looking for this knowledge find it and seek it and hold on tight to it, because the forces that be are doing everything in their power to take it away. And also along with the parents of these royal babies that are also seeking this knowledge, do the same thing and pass it on to your seeds, because we're getting reminders every single day that this is a wicked world and it's getting worse and worse on the wicked side as we see today. And with that said, I end this prayer in the name of his magnificent begotten Son, as many correctly deem the ruler of all Yasharallah, Yahushai, Shalom. Now, as I continue on in this rebuke of this horrible, stress-ridden paganistic ritual, as many call Christmas today, started off on a lie that Yahushua was born on December 25th. This is a lie that the world, including many of the two-third reprobates, have bought into. And unfortunately, it's been turned into this mass consumer type, zombie type experience. Now it's a corporate bandwagon for corporations to manipulate energy once again, but this time only to feed their pockets. And I'm talking about the big box corporations out there and many other stores like it. To dip into this paganistic ritual just to please other people, just to have children. And I'm going to say for the majority of them who do not really love their parents, because I could tell by the articles and that I read of this world, they don't obey their parents like that. So if they don't obey their parents, that means they don't love them. And you mean to tell me for one day out of the year, or a period of time out the year, that parents got to go through all of this stress, all of this pent up, all this pent up so-called anticipation, to sacrifice financial stability, to sacrifice all of this so-called cushion that we were supposed to have, financially speaking. As we know, in the melanated village, there is no such thing because we have no such cushion. And please stop speaking to me about this spending power, this $1 trillion spending power, because we really don't have that either. So you can miss me with all that. But before I go further into my further rebuking of this paganistic ritual, I'm gonna take y'all to Proverbs 11:28. Ah, there it is. And I'm gonna read it just like this, fam. Proverbs 11:28, and it reads, "He that trusteth in his riches shall fall, but the righteous shall flourish as a branch." Oh, I'm gonna read that again. Oh, it hit you, mass consumer, so hard. I'm gonna hit you hard again. Proverbs 11:28, and it reads, "He that trusteth in his riches shall fall, but the righteous shall flourish as a branch." Now, simplistically breaking that verse down, that term riches, the word riches, could also be used as material gatherings. And what I mean by that, material gatherings, this is the so-called period of this paganistic ritual that not only people stress themselves out and put themselves through all types of financial ruin through these material possessions to gain more of these materialistic possessions. Put yourself in all types of financial hell just to please somebody else who really don't have love for you, including the majority of these children who take time out of their little day to love you for one day because they got something under a tree. They only show love. Most of these kids, they only show love to their parents one time out of the year, and not show appreciation for the food that they have on the table. Not show appreciation for having someone to overlook them when it comes to their schoolwork. the many hugs, the many kisses on the chin before they go out into the real world? But yet, going through all this financial, going through all this stuff, all this financial hell. As we know in the melanated village, it is super difficult to climb out of because we don't have much to begin with. And you mean to tell me that this paganistic ritual is good for who? Just for kids and grown adults to worship material things? Didn't Yahweh say to not have deities before him? And is it the temple, is it the worshiping of Santa? So-called Santa? Isn't that a deity before Yahweh himself? The real ones will say, yes, it is. It absolutely is. And with everything that's going on right now, with the lunar recession, with the very close possibility, very strong possibility of the currency going from physical to digital. And you know what that means in, global empire terms. Mass control is right behind it. With all of this uncertainty going on, it's like people still are brainwashed to give their. And in the melanated village, many that believe in this paganistic ritual, it is the oldest but biggest trick in the book. And we want to talk about generational wealth. They still fall for the oldest, biggest trick out there. To take what little that they have, to give it right back to the enemy. And what the enemy's doing is counting the green or looking at their balance sheet and watching the sales and the profit side numbers go way up. Continue to climb up in the green side. Counting that green, putting it in their bank account, driving off with the riches, and yet most of the melanated village left with nothing. And yet this occurs every single year. This occurs every single year because this paganistic ritual, unfortunately, is so attractive to so many of these reprobates, because they want to keep telling me, the Bible was written by the white man, so I'm not going to listen to what Yahweh has to say, but I'm going to go over here, show off my ability to suffer through all this material gain, all these material possessions. I'm going to show it off in front of you to prove that I'm better than you. Yet that's the mentality that continue to cause them to stumble. And I read these staggering numbers, I'm saying, oh man, you are clearly a lost soul that's about to take another soul into the ditch. And you know what they say in Matthew 15:14, the blind lead the blind and both fall into a ditch. And yet that's exactly what's going on. That's exactly what's going on with many people every single year. I mean, first of all, they foolishly drowning in debt, pleasing other people that really don't care for them. And yes, I'm going to include their children into this too. They sit there and say that I love you one time out of the year, just because they have something under a tree? And then, even worse, putting Santa in front of Yahweh like that. They don't know what judgment is going to await them. And yet, this is exactly what I see going on. And this is the very reason I rebuke this horrible paganistic ritual to the day I die. Because I once was fooled into this until I woke up way before I got into the truth. You know what I'm saying? I woke up to this, of course, when I was, 17, 18. Although I couldn't find the words, I couldn't say until now. And yet it repeats itself over and over again. And these reprobates got the nerve to smile on my face saying that they better than me because they warped themselves in their materialistic possessions. And got the nerve to say to me they're better than me because they have the ability to do that. It's sad. But that goes to show you that when you roll with Hashatan, you stay lost and you continue to lose. And basically, in the end, Hashatan comes to collect. And it may cost you very soul. But I guess these reprobates want to ignore that, since I'm not going to listen to Yahweh because the white man wrote the Bible, right? Okay. And with that said, peace and love to all of Israel, including you reprobates, to turn around, rebuke this paganistic ritual with me, and come back to Yahweh so he can relieve you of that stress. Peace and love, Israel. One.